Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And welcome back to the show. It's all about Bliss Creations today. That's blisscreations.net, spelled Bli88 creations.net. Madame.Laroue is here to talk to us in regards to how she can help you with her mindful meditation and so much more. Again, Whispers of Healing. She's going to talk about that, Love of a Dove, and all that she does to help promote spiritual health and well-being. Welcome back.
Hi.
How are you?
I am Madame.Laroue, owner of Bliss Creations. That's Bli88 creations.net. I am a psychic medium, and I am here to help you with all your spiritual needs. As you talked about the mindful meditation and owning your own light. So the mindful meditation is a program that was created for those that are on their spiritual journey but want more in-depth lessons on how to tap into their higher self and to begin their own spiritual journey once the program is completed. Own Your Own Light, it's the program for the beginners where they're just starting on just mild meditation and learning about spirituality and what gifts they possess, and if that's something they want to get into, because just because you're meditating doesn't necessarily mean you want to be in contact with your spirit guides, you know. You could simply just want to be more aligned.
Beautiful. And you're here today to talk in regards to how we could do that. It's the perfect time of the year. I mean, you as a spiritual mentorship, you do oracle readings, mediumship. There's so much that people, around the holidays especially look forward in the new year, missing loved ones and tapping into their energy and, what lies ahead, any messages from the past. And, those are things that you do with your mediums, with your medium readings, correct?
Yes. I connect with loved ones that has passed on to the next plane. I do not believe that we just no longer exist. I believe we're continuously existing in a different dimension and a different frequency. So with that being said, the more tapped in you are, the more connected you can be. There's clairvoyance. You can either hear, sometimes I can smell something they might have cooked was their favorite dish. I can hear them sometimes singing a tune. They like to sing. That's the word to sing. But, singing carries a vibration, right? So they will give you that, a sound, music, sometimes visual. They'll download an idea on you. So that happens for me throughout the day. And then, if I'm in contact with someone, it doesn't matter if you need a reading or not. I could just be around you, and your spirit guide will come in. A spirit guide or an ancestor, someone from the past, your past life, will come in and begin to talk to me. And I ask my spirit guide if it's okay, because sometimes I don't really feel like it. But some of them are very adamant, and they have to get this message out. So I try my best to be gentle, because not a lot of people are open to that type of those type of messages.
And did you have any specific messages for our listeners today? The holiday season is upon us, the New Year. Is there anything in particular that overall we should be looking out for? What can we do to better our lives? And, by your oracle readings and spiritual mentorship, those are all things that are possible for us in the new year, right?
Yes. So what you just said, to give you a message today, and yes, of course, you want to end the year with a positive note and to know where you're headed and what to look forward to. So 1 second. Is the one? This one? All right. So it seems the angels have something to say today.
Wow.
I have these decks, and I work very closely with my guides. So anything that I do, I definitely ask. So sometimes you'll hear me ask, do you want this one? What about that? No, maybe, yes, no. And if they want a collaboration with some cards, or sometimes they say no cards. They say, you do it. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, we'll just channel. And I was like, all right,
So but, are they're right talking to you like right now?
Yeah, they are talking to me right now. Yeah, so that's, when what you said, what message do they have for the listeners? And I asked my spirit guide, I said, or my spirits, there's more than one. I said, what do you want to tell them? And they point me in the direction of, sometimes they'll give me a visual. They'll say, this deck was power, and I heard the word power. And I looked over at my table, and I saw my power deck. And then I put my hand on it, and I said, this one, and they said, yes. And I said, okay. Thank you so much. All right, so what message do you have for the listeners on PBN Podcasting?
Yeah.
All right, so this message is for the collective of PBN Podcast. What message do you have? So someone has a decision. They want you to release yourself from that which holds you back. So right now we're in December, and it's releasing and detoxifying, releasing unnecessary worry. And this unnecessary worry is coming from the lack of self-confidence. So someone out there needs to release that. I have the Love of a Dove program, and the funny thing is on this card it has doves being released out of the cage. So that was a great visual. Thank you.
Wow.
All right, so we have Archangel Michael. They said that it's a wonderful new idea, and don't let bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So I feel that the lack of self-confidence is causing this person to not have the ability to communicate the problem because they don't have that self-confidence. Spirit wants you to know that even though there are bumps in the road, the idea that you have for the next year, the plan that has been downloaded, you might have dreamt it or just had a vision, a daydream. They said that it is a great idea, and just because there's some bumps in the road, and some people might not want to go along with this plan, So you just need to communicate with that person and clear the air, and don't let their ideas stop you from moving forward. This is the decision they're talking about. Oh, somebody has a lover. Make choices from the heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. Don't make any hasty decisions. I know everybody's like, New Year, new me.
Yeah, right?
Don't make any hasty decisions. This is a deep emotional commitment, all right? The highest frequency of all is love. So I like to play that frequency sound on YouTube sometimes. It really helps to raise your vibrations because it is the highest frequency. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So, instinct. This is the funny part is because it says you have a decision to make, and then you know what to do here. Follow your heart. I'm hearing follow your heart, and don't let the naysayers stand in your way. I feel like someone's coming in on a very deep connection, love, almost a marriage. And there's some naysayers that are saying, no, I don't. And a lot of times we have to learn that when Spirit talks to us and we're using our own discernment, it's not for everybody. That's why they speak directly to you. So a lot of people like to run out like, oh, guess what? I had this wonderful idea. Sometimes keep those ideas to yourself. Implement the ideas, yes, but a lot of times your circle is not the ones that's going to support you. And I said that at 1111, 1111. So this is your message. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What's coming up now?
All right, so we have you can be free, make a courageous choice to change, hang around. Wow, it just came out of my mouth right there. Make courageous choices to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Right, it's going back to the decision. You come up on this epiphany, the spiritual growth. They want you to be a light to others, and you need to meditate. Okay, so this decision that you're going through, that you want to make, if this person is for you, or if this idea that you're pondering to move forward is for you. You need to get into your meditation so you first off to raise your vibration, to release what no longer serves you, so that way you can receive the direct message from your guides, and it's not just based on ego, because a lot of us are operating on ego, and a lot of times we have to remove the ego, because the ego likes to keep you where, quote unquote, you feel comfortable, where that's usually where you feel uncomfortable, right? Yeah. You have to invest wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. So you want this really bad. You want this bad. But they saying, just whoosah. This person has a new endeavor, a new business, either a new business or a new lover. Be patient with yourself. Invest your time wisely. Invest in you. Take this time to invest, to go in, okay, so you can be free to make this wise decision, because you're going to know that this decision is for you, because you're going to feel the confidence that they talk about, the lack of self-confidence. You're going to feel confident about this choice here. And on the bottom of the deck, it says, there's so much for you to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So that's the overall reading right there. Basically, it's going to be successful. If you were doubting if this idea or this partnership, this lover partnership, is going to work, is it going to be successful? It is. It's time for great joy and an enriched family life. So for whoever this message is for, I'm very happy for you. Just be careful about the down-talking of yourself. You want to start using some positive affirmation. So when you start getting those negative thoughts that are coming in, that's saying that you can't do it or it's not right for you, just start replacing that with a positive affirmation. Because even though the negative thought and thoughts do cause a ripple effect in the universe, that one negative thought, one positive thought can cancel out 1,000 negative thoughts. So you want to immediately follow up with a positive thought. And the more you start doing those positive affirmations, the more you start to realize that you are those powerful affirmations, and you can really step into your self-confidence and step into your power.
Beautifully said. Wow. At this time, we have to take a quick break, but this is great stuff. Would you mind telling us how we can reach out to you?
Yes. You can reach me at www.blisscreations.net. That's www.Bli88creations.net, or at blisscreations@gmail.com.
Perfect. We'll stay tuned. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll talk more about how you can help our listeners. Maybe you'll have some more readings for us out there. This is exciting stuff.
Yes.
And it's really exciting to be with you again. Stand by. We'll be right back with more. Please don't go anywhere.
All right.
In this busy world, people easily get tired and fatigued. People usually need the energy to pursue their work. In this situation, kratom powder can work well. A low dose can make your day energetic and fruitful. Kedum Superior Kratom offers potent, lab-tested kratom at an affordable price. Kratom, or Kedum, is the common name for a special alkaloid plant native to Southeast Asia. Kratom types are generally divided into 3 different colors: red, white, or green vein strains. Different kratom colors have different kratom effects. Each effect can be beneficial for mild pain reduction, depression, energy and focus, mood enhancement, relaxation, anxiety, and mild withdrawal symptoms. Kedum's kratom is shipped to their facility where they craft their kratom products to perfection. Kedum's quality and safety standards are top priority, enhancing health and well-being of their customers across the nation. Kedum offers over 25 kratom strains, kratom extract, tablets, capsules, and liquid tinctures, shipped from their GMP-compliant facility in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Check out Kedum at www.shopkedum.com and use promo code MAX15 for 15% off all Kedum products. That's MAX15 for 15% off all Kedum products at www.shopkedum.com. Music by Subshockers.
Greetings. My name is Madame.Laroue, owner of Bliss Creations, LLC. I am a psychic medium and metaphysical healer. Bliss Creations, LLC offer a spiritual mentorship program to individuals at the learning stages of their healing process and spiritual growth. We provide free collective channel messages via Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Individuals may seek our services privately at www.blisscreations.net.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back to the show. We are joined here with Madame.Laroue, and we're excited that the owner of Bliss Creations is with us. And she's actually giving us some readings. She's a medium. She's a psychic. She does oracle readings and mentorships. And I apologize. I just had a sneezing attack. So if I sneeze again, I apologize in advance.
Well, bless you, bless you.
Thank you. Maybe it's the angels.
Yes, good thanks. Yes.
Wow. Oh, wow. So your mission, really, you're helping so many people. Here you are on your radio show, and you're getting messages from Spirit, and you're passing them on to us, which is so generous and kind of you. Normally, if someone calls you, how do you know what they need? Do they even know what they need? Or when you call, you just sense it and you say, you need this or you need that?
So when they call me, I ask them first, what can I help them with, and they, what are their concerns, what do they want to go over? And sometimes they don't know what they want. For those that have a question, a lot of times Spirit don't even want to talk about what they came for. So the question will be answered in the reading, but Spirit would start at a different point, at a main focal point that's more important than what the question was at hand. They do get the answer. It's just the focal point of the answer is completely different. I've had somebody say that someone came to me and they had a question about their life, and I was using my crystal ball, and I looked in it and I saw a skull, and I was like, oh my, I've never seen that before. I saw an old lady, and then the old lady went out, and then the skull came in, and I said, oh, wow. So I just told her to be careful, and they gave me her boyfriend's name, so she knew I wasn't like a fluke or anything. Just be careful with the boyfriend. And it was a very deep reading, but she was just like, well, that wasn't enough. And I was just like, well, I could have gave you were paying for $15 reading, which is 15 minutes. I could have just read the cards. The Spirit said, no, your grandmother from the other side wanted to tell you that this guy that you're hanging around with possibly might hurt you, and you will not be here. That's the message. But she wanted me to read the cards. And I'm like, I can't read the cards for you, right? That was the message. And she wasn't really happy about that, but I would have thought that if somebody was in my life to hurt me, and my grandmother from the other side came to tell me to get away from this person, I think that would have been a good message. But everyone takes things differently. I've had another lady that came in, and she didn't know what she wanted out. It was her first reading ever, so I just had her take a couple deep breaths with me. And this is done via Zoom. I had her take a couple deep breaths with me, 3 breaths, and then I take my final breath. Because usually when I take my final breath, they jumped in. And I read her. She cried. She said, "It's like you've read my journal or something." And I said, "No, it's your spirits. They talk to me." And I could see I get visions. I can either sometimes see the person writing in their journal. I can't read what they're writing, but I can see them writing. Or I could smell something that either they were cooking that night, and I can feel the emotions of that person while they were going through whatever situation. And then their spirit guides or their ancestors or their past level will come in and give a message of comfort and to lead them on the right path. I always leave the door open for them to contact me again if they need any help. I do not push the idea of someone contacting me every week. I just think that's ridiculous, especially if I have given you all the tools that you needed in that one session to work on yourself. I prefer for you to work on yourself for at least 3 to 4 weeks before you contact me again. That way we have something to go over and to see if there's any changes has occurred.
Let me ask you this. What does it feel like to... It's normal for you, I guess, but then how do you talk to me, think for yourself, and then you're getting messages from people. Do you get confused? Do you get overworked, overtired sometimes? I mean, or it's just normal for you? So for someone like me, I can't maybe empathize or understand it, but how does that affect you personally?
Well, in the beginning, I thought what I was hearing were my thoughts. So that's how they come in. Like, it sounds like you. It doesn't sometimes it can sound like someone else, depending on how strong that ancestor is or that spirit guide is. But it normally typically comes in like it's my thought, you know. And then after I say it to the person, or I say a person's name, and they're like, "Oh my God, I know that person," and I'm like, "How would I know that?" So it had to be spirit, and that's how I differentiate. But it was pretty confusing in the beginning. A lot of shadow work, a lot of grounding, you know, and okay, so this is me thinking. And sometimes I'm picking up someone else's energy. Sometimes I'm picking up your thoughts as well, telepathically. So during a reading, I don't get that telepathic reading. I don't read your mind. I get it from spirit. It's not a mind reading. Now, telepathically is either I'm sitting around hanging around, and I'm like, what did you say? Because I heard you. I heard you. You didn't move your mouth, but I heard what you said. I heard what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But when it's, like I said, when it's spirit or someone from the other side, they will say something that I would not know because I don't know you. And that's how I know the difference. It does get tiring, so I do take breaks. Like right now I'm doing a special on YouTube. I want to put that out there, everyone. I'm doing a special on YouTube. It's at 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. Eastern Standard Time. The list is open. You can go on my website. It is $15 for an on-live reading. I also do a collective reading. That is free. The collective reading is free. Take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it at the door. And if you want something personal on live, you can catch me at Madame.Laroue and the Magic Tarot 123 on YouTube. And you just click the link on you go to my bio, or you go to www.blisscreations.net, and the first one you see will be a dove. And it starts from $0 to $15. You click right there, and you go ahead and make your donations. Then you email me your question, and the following day, I will read you on live. And I prefer for you to be there so we can have an interaction. But that is a special that's going on right now. As for that, like I always wondered, like how can I read people through the computer? It's just the weirdest thing. But the fact that it's a traveling thing, I guess. Like because I also astral travel, so and energy flows where energy goes. So if you're in my energy field, doesn't matter if you're sitting in front of me or across the world. And I've read people in Australia, and I've told them where things were hidden in their house. And they're like, how the hell would you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I just know. But, yeah, it's just trusting spirit. You know, trusting spirit and also trusting your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it's not right. You also have different types of spirit that likes to play games. So it's always to make sure that you're protected, calling in your spirit team. But my spirit team is always with me. So a lot of times I'll ask them, can you leave? They're like, no, we don't go anywhere. And so I call them in out of habit to strengthen the protection. And also I protect myself. I use different tools, oils, sages, some jewelry I use as well to protect my energy so that way I don't have a maleficent malevolent spirit that will try to trick me, because we have trickster spirits out there. So I make sure that I have I circle myself with my spirit team before I go into reading someone. I also ask my spirit team if I'm supposed to read that person, because a lot of times that person's not supposed to get a reading. Sometimes they just need to live their life and learn, and they're not supposed to get a reading. Their spirit team is like, no, we got her or him. We'll take care of them. They don't need that reading right now. And sometimes, you know, and not sometimes, most times, I always listen to spirit. So if their spirit team is telling me no, I refund you your money and say I apologize, but I think you might just need to wait a little bit and wait till the situation pan out before you request any assistance, and follow your intuition and your guides.
Can I ask you an intuition question?
Okay.
About me. No. It's okay. It's the holidays are here, right? And we know there's good and bad with that, right? Because some of us get depressed, anxious. Some of us are lonely. Some of us are happy, and love the holidays. But usually, a lot of people I know, including myself, when you get around your certain family members, there's a certain sense of anxiety, right? And I have this anxiety with my brother, and he's coming up from North Carolina. And I honestly, the whole family, my sister and I were just like, my father, we have to deal with Anthony. We have to deal with Anthony. Do you get any intuition or guide gut about him? Can I trust him in my house or no? If that makes any sense.
Instantly, I heard no. I heard, let me hold on 1 second. Can she trust him? Can she trust her brother in her house? They said no. I instantly heard no. What? They said send him down the street? What? Because they're funny. They're like, send him down the street.
Well, why should I always host him and have him at my house? I don't trust him, and then he doesn't help out in any way, and he's just not a good person, and I think he stole money from me last time. So I'm just, he asked me, of course, can I stay there next week? And I'm like, really? You're going to ask me again?
She said, send him to a motel.
Perfect.
Motel, he can come over for dinner. She said, it's a woman that's talking to me. She says to send him to a motel, not a hotel, a motel, because he stole money, so he doesn't get the hotel. He gets the motel. And he can come over for dinner, and he has to leave as soon as dinner's done. Because,
perfect.
He can't be trusted.
Got it.
They said not to overexert yourself. And also, remember, frequency is a large thing, right? So you don't want to stress yourself out about, oh, my God, he's coming. Try to affirm a positive affirmation. He's your brother. He's alive. You love him. And this is just what you have to do to protect yourself. And instead of looking at it in a negative, try to turn that negative into a positive. Transmute that energy and make it, because this is supposed to be a happy time, so we don't want worries and negative thoughts. So try to find those positive thoughts, positive things about him, and make that plan. The plan is to, you cannot stay, but we did book you a motel, and that's where you go stay, and dinner is at this time.
So should we book him the hotel then? Should my sister and I chip in for him?
Should they chip in?
Because he doesn't have money.
Hotel?
Well, that's it. He doesn't have money, and he's always asking us for money. And we always
should they chip in for his motel fee? Yes, chip in. This is not chipping in. What you're going to do is pay. You're going to give it directly to the motel. Don't give it to him. You're going to book the motel room already.
Got it.
And say, we already got your room. Your room is here.
All
no,
right.
you do not get any cash from us. You can take food with you after dinner to you can, but it's time for you to go. Look at the time. Wow. Yeah. And go on to the motel,
All right.
But don't give him any cash. Don't put any in his hands or anything like that. You and your sister come together, find a nice, decent motel, not hotel. Motel.
Okay.
And because hotel is more expensive than a motel, and he already took from you, so you don't want to be giving him, you don't want to reward him.
Do you think, now, do I confront him about him taking money from me, or don't confront him?
Should she confront him? No, because you already knew he took it.
Yeah.
And he knows he took it, so there's no point. It's like rehashing, you want to change a negative to a positive.
Yeah, so I have to be the better person.
Positive outcome. Yeah, here's the positive. You're coming in town at this time. There's a cab because I'm not picking you up. Time is money, money is time, and I'm not wasting it. There's a cab. It's going to take you to the motel. Dinner's on this day at this time. I'll see you then.
Perfect. Well, thank you for the advice.
And just eliminate any kind of friction and negativity.
Great. Thank you for that advice. And we still have a minute left in the show. What would you like to share with our listeners? Again, Christmas is here, New Year's here. Anything about you and your company you want our listeners to know?
Okay, so as soon as you said that, I grabbed the card on the top. It was the Sun card, and it says, "Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success." I think I needed to hear that. You need to hear that. Inspiring success, positive thinking. I was just talking to you about that. And thriving through the power of positive thinking. So keep thinking positive, and positive will happen. The more negative, it's a ripple effect. The more negative you think, the more negative you get back. The more positive think, the more positive you get back. It's like throwing that stick into a river. and you see it ripple out, and guess what happens? It has to ripple back in. So you want to make sure what you're thinking is of positive nature. So that ripple effect that comes back is going to be abundant. It's sensitive.
All right, no problem. Well, thank you. And how do we reach out to you if someone wants to book with you?
Yes, you can reach me at www.blisscreations.net. That's Bli88creations.net, or at blisscreations@gmail.com. That's Bli88creations@gmail.com. And the phone number is 717-729-8477. Again, I am doing lives on YouTube Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and click the link in my bio.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. And Merry Christmas to you.
Have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I love you all. Y'all stay safe and be positive.
Thank you. You too, sweetheart. It's a pleasure speaking with you, really. Thank you, and thank you for all the advice for our listeners and for myself. Have a great day, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.